What's going on, everybody? Triples in here. Welcome back to the Bourbon Ranch. Today is our first ever bourbon hunting video, and in true ranch fashion, we're gonna do things a little bit different. We went hunting in Europe. We just got back from Florence. We went there on our honeymoon, the land of free-flowing, cheap, delicious wine, and I thought, where can I go get some bourbon? Turns out there's not a lot, but I found one shop in Florence that had a fairly large selection of bourbon, and then I saw the prices. So I'm gonna be down here. I'm gonna pause the video as we go. We can talk about what we see, what the bottles are, and the prices of them. Let's head on in here. Alessi Bottiglieria. I'm guessing that's the bottle shop because there was a lot of bottles in here. Let's go. Let's head on in. Alessi. Now, this is kind of two folds up front is a lot of sweets and candy, and Miss Wrench here clearly found the cookies already. And then in the back of the shop here is just endless wine. And then this wall over here of whiskey. And this section alone is the bourbon section. So we'll start here because this is where I started. Whiskey, the rye, and the straight bourbon. I do not know a lot about this bottle. I've never even tried it, but I do know, I recognized it, and I immediately recognized that it was not $112.99 for the rye and the bourbon. It was like, I don't think that brand is that popular, and it stuck out to me. Oh, it's just weird to see something like that over here. You'd think it would be nothing but like the big dogs. And then the price. Just very, very shocking. So we're already off to a shaky start. Right next to it, Koval Grain Spirit Rye. It's just, they didn't even age it. And it's $60. Like, what is that? It's crazy. It's just weird. I don't know. Next to them, here's some very shocking. Penelope Bourbon. I didn't think that was too weird. Maybe just like that. It's the Penelope Bourbon was really all they had. They didn't have any of their other offerings. But then again, 60 bucks. I mean, it's overpriced, but still not egregiously bad. The Widow Jane Rye. I'm not familiar with that at all. I know for a fact that it's not $118. So that's kind of crazy. But what's even more shocking, one of the most shocking and disheartening things of this whole video is Basil Hayden for $90. Like, what is that? How is that? How can that be a thing, man? Just, that's crazy. I hope Italians are not buying that. Please. Before we go any further, I have to preface this too, that this bottle shop is in the heart of Florence. It's pretty close to the Duomo. If you're ever there, if you've ever been there, you know, the closer to the big attractions, the more expensive some things are. I wouldn't say egregiously expensive, but they do go up in price. I will say, of the similar bottles that are on this shelf versus the other ones I've seen, most other bottle shops, I wouldn't call them liquor stores. They have a lot of wine shops, go figure. But they usually do carry a small selection of liquor, and it would be like Knob Creek, Wild Turkey, Woodford Reserve type of thing. And even in all of those other places, they were much higher priced than over here. I get it. Importing and all of that stuff, I get it. But I feel like there comes a time where it's too, like, there's no way that bottle becomes $90. Okay? So let's say that. Let's continue mission. This is weird. They keep the Canadian Club here in the bourbon section. But something I noticed about this is I don't know, Canadian Club. I had a bad time with Canadian Club, and I've always hated Canadian Club. But I don't remember ever seeing a 12-year age-stated Canadian Club. Something I've noticed too, a lot of the European market, I feel like they got they get age-stated stuff that we don't get here. So, and you'll see in the video, there's another bottle here with an age statement that I've never seen. But stuff like Wild Turkey 12-year, that's like in Japan only type of thing. I feel like they create some of these age-stated versions of stuff we get over here just for the European market. I don't know why, but thought that was interesting. I don't know some of this stuff. I don't really know what it is. Now look at this. Bam! Eagle Rare. This is clearly one of the older bottles because it does not have the 10-year age statement on there. But it's $75. Shoot, I'll say right now, there's some stores in America that might sell Eagle Rare for $75, okay? So I wouldn't even, it's not even that shocking to me. Now, what is shocking is these 3 bottles right here. Actually, 4 bottles. Here, let's do all 4. Michter's. Michter's Sour Mash, Michter's Rye, Michter's Bourbon, and Michter's American Whiskey. $99, $101, $102, $96. What the heck? What's up with the prices, man? Like, that's just crazy to me, especially Eagle Rare's right next to him for $75. I mean, they're all coming from Kentucky. Was the Michter's not on the same pallet as the Eagle Rare was? Also, to point out, look at this right here. That's a missing bottle. There should be a bottle right here. Someone bought that. Someone came in here and bought that. $102 for Michter's Bourbon. I'm pretty sure that one's like $40. The American, I've seen it from 40 to 50. The Rye is not 100. The Sour Mash, I don't even know. It's just crazy. Crazy stuff. Just, what the heck? Yes, reiterate. Look at the prices. We got this. Hold on, I just noticed this. I just noticed this right here. This Hudson Manhattan is a 35 CL. That's something I didn't mention, is that all of these bottles you're seeing are 700 milliliters. Okay, so they are, it's the classic European, maybe the rest of the world actually, is 700 milliliters, not 750. This one's a 350, and it's still $86. Excuse me? This stuff probably sits here forever, you know? Like, no wonder no one drinks bourbon over there. But this James E. Pepper, it's about double. See, that's not too overpriced, the bourbon and the rye. I think they're like $30 to $40 here. So $62, not egregious. But, I mean, still not good, you know? Scooting over a little bit, this Yellowstone, maybe it being in a tube is import thing. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not sold in a tube over here, but that's cool. $98, crazy. Bib in Tucker. I don't even know much about that one, to be honest, but I just know it's not 116. Do you see, again, I feel like the selection is just kind of random and all over the place, you know? Like James E. Pepper, Yellowstone, like where's the regular old top dog stuff that should just be everywhere? I haven't seen any yet. Angel's Envy 82. It's surprisingly not that much more than over here, go figure. Now, this is what's interesting too, okay? We move down and this is Bullet. The little Bullet section here. Bullet Bourbon is $29. Something interesting about Bullet is everywhere you go in Italy, or maybe Europe, I'm speaking Italy right now. Everywhere we went, if it was a wine shop that sold bourbon, Bullet was there. Okay, Bullet was one of the ones that was in every shop I saw, every bar. If you ordered some sort of whiskey cocktail over there, it was Bullet. That was it. So I don't know, maybe that plays into why that is literally just a couple more dollars than what it is over here. Whereas the other things are like 5 times the price. You know, it's confusing to me why some things are $120 when they're $30, and this one's like a $20 bottle and it's only $29. So what's up with that? The Bullet Rye $39 and the Bullet 10-year is $60, which is about in line with what it is over here. Just kind of crazy. Then you'll see next to it's the Jefferson's Reserve very old bourbon. I wonder how old it is, but it's $105. And then another Jefferson's next to it for $70. Yeah, whatever. Knob Creek is another one of those bottles. It's $53. Another one you see everywhere over there. Larceny, $67. You don't see a whole lot of it. This is interesting. Here, you have Templeton Rye, looking like the 4-year age statement, and then Templeton Rye 6-year. But the Templeton 6-year is the old label. This is back, I'm pretty sure this bottle right here, this Templeton 6-year rye, is when they went through, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think this is when they were going through all of the, like, crazy shenanigans back in the day. I would just Google Templeton scandal or something. I bet you something pops up. But I think that's from when that is. So that's been sitting here for a while. A little more expensive, but I thought that was interesting. Like, what are, you know, just what, why is that, like, what are the chances of that being over here, you know? Just weird to me. I'm scrolling down, some Tin Cup for $70 freaking dollars. And then the Wild Turkey section's pretty interesting too. Russell's 10-year 58, Russell's Reserve Rye 66, and the Long Branch for 53. The fact that the Long Branch is only a few dollars less than the Russell's, which it might be that way over here too, but there's just no way you should buy the Long Branch over the Russell's 10-year, period, ever. Like 10 out of 10 times. And then this is really cool too. This Wild Turkey Rare Breed. It's the same exact proof. It's the same exact everything. It just comes in a tube. I like the tube. Like, we should incorporate tubes over here. I'm just saying. But it's $68, which is, to me, one of the best deals, I guess, on this entire shelf. Because let's face it, over here, I mean, I know some places you can get Rare Breed for pretty dang cheap. But $50, $55 is the average going rate, maybe even up to $60 for Rare Breed. So $68 is not that marked up, and it's probably one of the better tasting things in this entire selection. So any Italians, people living in Florence, whatever, you're a bourbon drinker, this is probably the best value, hands down, on this entire shelf again. So that Rare Breed is a fair price, and it's delicious. Bam, there you go. The Kentucky Spirit next to it, $69. I feel like that's around the same price as over here too. It's crazy that it's $1 difference from the Rare Breed. You know, the 101. This is interesting. Look at this. Wild Turkey 101 is $40, and then that Wild Turkey Bourbon, just the regular old bourbon, is $40. It's more expensive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just don't. They're not used to drinking high proof liquor. Just like us, like a bunch of degenerates, and they like the lower proof one more. That's crazy to me. Wild Turkey Rye. What do we got down here? Oh, this was pretty cool. Look at this old thing. This is Evan Williams single barreled, put in oak 2009, and they're usually 8 years old. 2017. That's been sitting there. Math. I love math. So these things were discontinued, not discontinued, I think they moved to distillery only, and they probably went up in price. But these were one of like the best value things back when they were on the shelf. They were just so good for the money. They were like 24, 25 bucks. Just solid little pour. Thought that was really cool. I wanted it just because I can't get them here anymore. And then I noticed the price, $88. Buffalo Trace, though, look at that. $29 for Buffalo Trace. And I see a lot of stuff just kind of tucked back in there, honestly. I saw a Rowan's Creek, a Rittenhouse back there. I didn't see the prices on any of them. Just kind of tucked back there. I see a Four Roses. It's kind of like they just stuck the leftover stuff's just back there. Huh. But crazy how the Buffalo Trace is a fair price. You know, it's $29. That's basically what you get it for over here in most places. Just crazy. And I thought this was interesting too. This Jim Beam Signature Craft 12-year-old. I don't even know what that is. I don't know if they sell this over here or if it's what it is. But again, I was thinking when I saw that was, oh, hey, that's one of those random things. And now that I'm sitting here, I'm noticing so much. I guess I was just in a hurry. Kind of felt weird, you know, filming in a different country, liquor bottles. I thought maybe they were like, dude, that guy's about to steal something. But I see an Elijah Craig back there. They got some random stuff just stuffed down here on this bottom shelf. Very interesting. See a regular Jim Beam. Look at that, just random stuff back there. Should have explored more. And then you see all their Scotch selection. We don't go through that. And over here, this was like, you could tell this is the Scotch section, and over here turned into, you know, tequila, all that stuff. And then they had a very large brandy selection too. Grapes. So, makes sense. And there's one more little section over here. We got Woodford Reserve. And then this is like the Jack Daniels section. They love their Jack Daniels over there. All over the place, every place you go to. The single barrel, $65. You know, expensive, but not too egregious. Old Number 7. Now, this is what I thought was crazy. These bonded bottles, the triple mash and the bonded. The only price I could find was the triple mash, and it tells me all I need to know. Okay? Price tag, $90 for the triple mash. Come on, guys. So, that was my hunting experience. Clearly didn't buy anything from that store, just a lot of overpriced things. I don't think it was necessarily the store doing that, probably a lot of import taxes and all sorts of things. Just a very interesting selection of bottles and prices. So I did not let that dampen my spirits. So if you came here to see the bottles, then ciao, arrivederci, nice seeing you, subscribe and like it. But I left that store in search of some cheap wine, some delicious food, and that is exactly what we did. So I'm gonna take you on a little journey away from the store and into a random little bar with some good charcuterie and wine. Let's continue our mission. We are heading away from the store. We are going past the Duomo, the beautiful Duomo, and we are like, hey, let's go this way, because I know a place. All right? And Ms. Wrench said, sure, where is it? Bam, Osteria Novoli. And I knew it was good. Restaurant in wine cellar. Abso-freaking-lutely, we're gonna go down into the wine cellar. And that's exactly where we went. Down we go. You know it's a legit place when you're in the cellar. And there's just pictures of their family on the wall. Just look at this. We make do with what we got. And he sits us down at a table with other people. Our new friends. Just sitting together. Enjoying life. Can't complain. $10 charcuterie board. Let's go. House wine. $13 for a liter. That's how you do it. None of this $100 stuff. So, let this be a reminder, guys. This is where we will wrap this video up. Is on your hunting journeys, don't get disheartened when you can't find anything or you find things that are overpriced. Enjoy your day out. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your company. Have fun with it. Go eat you some good food and drink away your sorrows of not scoring out on some good bourbon. Okay? Here we go, leaving the cellar full of wine all around us, open bottles, just loving life. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. Love your life. Go have fun. I will see you guys in the next bourbon hunting video. Subscribe. Love you. Bye.